Hello, hi, good morning, very good morning to all of you guys. Welcome to Guidely. This is Aditya. I hope I am audible and visible to all of you guys clearly. एक बार check कर लीजिए picture quality, sound, everything is fine. We will be starting the discussion. आज का discussion होगा 3rd and 4th of June के current affairs के ऊपर. I hope it is clear. चलिए start कर लेते हैं. First of all, we'll check the news highlights. Lots of news from the banking, finance and Reserve Bank of India, which we have today for the session. आज के session में से काफी सारी news हैं जो कि रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया या फिर बैंकिंग फाइनेंस फील्ड से रिलेटेड है, राइट। चलिए, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग, ऑल वेल, परफेक्ट सिद्धार्थ। सो रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया टू रोल आउट इंडिजिनस क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर द data localization and aid to the small banks in India that they can buy it or take it on the lesser amount, lower amount. So what is the meaning of cloud facility? In a simple manner, you are using Gmail when you are transferring something from Gmail, or you are transferring certain data by the use of Telegram or by the use of WhatsApp. Everywhere we are using which data? Cloud data, cloud technology. So the same technology for the banking sector announced by the Reserve Bank of India in the month of October 2024 Monetary Policy Committee. And now RBI implemented it. So lots of questions will be created on this particular part. We'll see into this in depth, in detail. Reserve Bank of India imposed the penalty on 253 bank and NBFCs in India in the last financial year. एक साल में आरबीआई ने 253 बैंक और एनबीएफसीज को मिलाकर जो है इतने लोगों पर फाइन इंपोज किया, इतने ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस पर फाइन इंपोज किया है। हाउ मच अमाउंट आरबीआई कलेक्टेड विद द सपोर्ट ऑफ फाइन इटसेल्फ, उसके बारे में बताऊंगा। रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया गेन फ्रॉम द फॉरेन एक्सचेंज ट्रांजैक्शन jumped 33% to 1.11 lakh crore rupee in the last financial year. So in the last financial year, RBI earned 1.11 lakh crore rupee last year itself with the support of the foreign exchanges. तो foreign exchange के support से जो income है वो 33% increase हुआ है। RBI balance sheet grows by 8.2% to 76.25 lakh crore rupee in the financial year. So the overall assets and liabilities of the Reserve Bank of India increases by 8.2% and it comes around 76 lakh crore rupee. Gross GST collection of Government of India for the month of May 2025 is 2.01 lakh crore rupee. So 2.01 lakh crore, or we can remember 2 lakh crore rupees the GST collection by the Government of India for the month 2000 May 2025 increases by 16%. Did you remember in which month Government of India had the highest ever GST collection? What was that amount? अगर याद है कि RBI Government of India का RBI ज्यादा हो गया ना, so Government of India का जो highest GST collection था वो किस month में था और कितना amount था, उसके बारे में बताइएगा। UPI transaction reaches to the highest ever transaction and the total transaction with the support of UPI crosses to 25 lakh crore rupee in the month of May 2025. तो May month का जो UPI transaction data है वो भी surprising है। First time 25 lakh crore rupee in 1 month transferred with the support of UPI. Government fiscal deficit target of 4.8%. Last financial year गवर्नमेंट का जो 4.8% का जो फिस्कल डेफिसिट का टारगेट था, गवर्नमेंट ने उस टारगेट को जो है अचीव किया। इज इट गुड और बैड? फिस्कल डेफिसिट इज गुड और बैड, तो उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। अप्रैल का था 2.37 लाख करोड़, अप्रैल 2025, वेरी गुड, करेक्ट है। सो अप्रैल 2025 जीएसटी कलेक्शन वाज द हाईएस्ट एवर, that was 2.37 lakh crore रुपए, बिल्कुल करेक्ट है। अच्छा, everyone heard the name of RUDRA, सबने RUDRA का नाम सुना हुआ है। It's a fintech company, it is a account aggregator. So whenever you want to transfer money or whenever you use internet banking also, you may have seen lots of option of the RUDRA, select RUDRA for the payment purpose, RUDRA, PayU. So RUDRA is a company founded by Indians, but its parent company was located in USA. तो Indians smartly खेल के एक foreign company का नाम, US based company का नाम लेकर अभी तक client ले रहे थे, but now it's the time for IPO, initial public offering in India. So before the IPO, RUDRA shifting their headquarter from USA back to India. तो अपना जो हेडक्वार्टर है, पेरेंट कंपनी जो है, उसको यूएस से इंडिया शिफ्ट कर रहे हैं बिफोर आईपीओ इनिशियल पब्लिक ऑफरिंग. सो इंडियंस विल हैव and they will get the easy approval for the IPO also from the SEBI. Canara Bank removed the minimum balance rule for all the saving account holders similar to State Bank of India. SBI do not charge any amount for their customers. If you are not maintaining minimum balance, it's okay if your account is in SBI. But there are heavy charges by the private bank. There are heavy charges by some public sector banks in India. Now Canara Bank also removed all the charges for all their saving account holder. That was the rule of minimum balance account, minimum balance. तो उसको हटा लिया है. ठीक है, पॉइंट क्लियर है? Yes, Siddharth. On Guidely also, Razorpay is one of the account aggregator, payment aggregator, not account aggregator, payment aggregator. Yeah. So Annalena Baerbock elected as the president of UN 80th edition of UN General Assembly session. So 80th edition of UN General Assembly session. Who is the president of United Nations? Correct answer is Annalena Baerbock. So Annalena Baerbock. Elon Musk announced X Chat. अभी नया चालू कर दिया इन्होंने X Chat for giving the competition to WhatsApp and Telegram. तो WhatsApp Telegram का alternative आ गया है. नाम है X Chat. So X Chat is the alternative which was launched by Elon Musk recently, a bold challenge to the WhatsApp and Telegram. ADB, Asian Development Bank, announced $10 billion plan to transform India's urban infrastructure services after the meeting with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Norway Chess 2025, India's world champion D. Gukesh scored the historic classic win over Magnus Carlsen. So it was a great win by D. Gukesh. And India made the history after winning this Norway Chess 2025. So ये थे news highlights. Now we'll be moving into the detail, but first of all, let's check the homework question. Which article of the Indian Constitution deal with the Finance Commission of India? Article is 280. Who appoint the Finance Commission? Who appoint the Finance Commission of India? Finance Commission of India appointed by the President of India. According to Article 280 of Indian Constitution, President have right to appoint the Finance Commission. The main role of Finance Commission is the division of taxes between central and state. कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के बीच में टैक्सेस का डिवीजन कैसा होगा वो डिसाइड करता है फाइनेंस कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया. इन हिंदी वी कॉल इट वित्त आयोग, राइट? Who is the chairperson of 16th Finance Commission? So Mr. Arvind Pangadia is the chairperson of the 16th Finance Commission. चलिए, हमारे TNA heroes के नाम काव्या, संध्या, सबा, संजय. After that, Polly, Manu, SS Ram, Venkatesh, Manju, Archana, Sangeeta. Shri had a doubt that last session we had a discussion around RBI cancelled the license of a Lucknow-based cooperative bank. So Shri was asking that, sir, what happened to the employees of a cooperative bank when the cooperative bank license get cancelled by the Reserve Bank of India? Depositors get their money with the support of DICGC, that is also up to 5 lakh rupee. But what about the employees? What do you think, guys? What about the employees? So if a urban cooperative bank license get cancelled and the bank get closed, so what will be done with the employees? Employees के साथ क्या होता होगा? What do you guys think? आंसर बताओ जरा. पहले आप लोगों के देखो, फिर मैं आगे मूव करूंगा. So वीर, after that Shruti, Simran, Aishwarya, Venkatesh, Jaggi Durga Rao ji, George, Monica, Rachna, Ajit, Siddharth, Uday. After that Ramesh, Reshma, Nikita, P-Star, Salar, Durga, Anusha, Varuni. बहुत सारे लोग हैं. थैंक यू गाइस. गोकुल, प्रिया, करुणा, थैंक यू एवरीवन. हाँ भाई, क्या होगा? They'll go home, will be unemployed. Yeah, no guarantee of job over there. So guys, cooperative bank does not provide any guarantee and all for the jobs. If the organization shut down, it means automatically that the employees will lose their job. They need to find or search for another job. तो उनको नया जॉब ढूंढना पड़ेगा. गया उनका जॉब. ठीक है. Job hunt is required. Correct. So FCCB stands for, second question, which of the following Bonds are issued without any maturity period. There are bonds without maturity period. What type of bond contain higher risk of default but typically pay higher yield than the better quality bond? So what type of bond they are? So these are the questions. Hustle 2.0 batch. This week I have halted the classes for the reason you guys are aware about that I was busy, and I am busy actually currently with the SBI PO group discussion, group exercise and personal interview. It will be completed by tomorrow. कल तक मेरा free हो जाऊंगा मैं from the SBI batch, and after that I'll back to the hustle batch. We'll start the sessions from this Friday onwards. इस Friday से फिर आपके regular session start हो जाएंगे. Banking, awareness as well as current affairs दोनों आपका continue चलेगा. Okay, ठीक है. चलिए, CBI credit officer interview batch, PNB SO credit officer interview batch. These batches are live. You can inform to your friend if anyone is preparing for the credit officer and they are looking for the one-stop solution. They can join me on the guide. This is my Telegram group to connect with me directly. चलिए, starting with the news number 1. आते हैं news number 1 पे. Point number 1 से start करेंगे. So first news is related to the Reserve Bank of India. RBI came with the cloud facility which is made in India. Now, made by which company? Cloud facility made in India, launched by Reserve Bank of India. This cloud facility created by one of the subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India. So RBI have 5 subsidiary. One of the subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India is Indian Financial Technology Allied Services. Headquarter located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So Indian Financial Technology Allied Services. This company, this is a software company of RBI. This company created cloud service. What is the reason? What is cloud service? So cloud service is anything when you transfer data, whenever you transfer data, whenever you transfer any document, image digitally online, actually unintentionally you are using the cloud services. Best examples are Amazon cloud, that is AWS, Amazon Web Services, or Google Cloud. So these are the major examples. Then we have Azure also, Microsoft Azure. Lots of cloud services are available. Almost every platform. Adobe also offer. Right. Most famous is Amazon and Google. So these are the two very famous cloud services. Now even the Indian bank, for maintaining their database using the cloud services of foreign companies, and that is very costly as well. RBI want to provide an alternative and a more secure cloud service which is dedicatedly working only with the financial system of India, which is not available for other companies. बाकी companies के लिए available नहीं होगा वो. That other private companies can also use that cloud service. No. So this cloud service which is created in India, it will be available only for Indian banking system. It will be available at the competitive price, means it will be affordable compared to the cloud services offered by the bigger foreign companies, and it will be available only for the Indian banking system available. Complete data will be available in India, so it is going to be more secure. This is what the reason behind RBI launched it. RBI made the announcement in October 2024 Monetary Policy Committee that RBI is going to come up with the cloud services made by Indian company available in India. So now RBI have launched it. I hope whole point is clear. बोलो पूरा point clear है? Yes. At that time RBI that was in process. Now it is announced. This same news was there in the month of October 24 also. ठीक है? अभी ये already launch हो चुका है. RBI plan to upgrade its core banking solution CBS e-Kuber, which handle real-time settlement like RDGS NEFT. So the platform which maintain the RDGS NEFT transactions, that will also be maintained, that will also be upgraded by the Reserve Bank of India. So RBI is working over providing the better infrastructure for the Indian banking system within India by the Indian companies, which will be able to localize the data within India and improve the security. RBI also announced bank.in and fin.in domain name for the Indian banking system and the Indian NBFCs. So Indian bank and Indian NBFCs can opt for these specialized domain name Can you tell me the deadline, that what will be the deadline when these domain name has to be implemented in India by the Indian banks? It will be implemented with the support of IDRBT. So remember the name of the organizations which are responsible for implementing it. तो उनके नाम जरूर याद रखिएगा जो इनको क्या करने वाले हैं, इंप्लीमेंट करने वाले हैं, उनके नाम इंपॉर्टेंट होंगे. क्लियर है? Remember the deadline, till which deadline it has to be implemented in India, bank.in, fin.in. Moving to the next news. अगले न्यूज की तरफ मूव कर रहा हूं जब तक मैं. 31st of October 2025 सिद्धार्थ का आंसर आया है. 31st October 2025 करेक्ट है. इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है भाई, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन बनेगा. Bank.in, fin.in has to be implemented by the Indian banking system by this date. Answer will be 31st of October 2025. ठीक है सर. महारत्ना status and Navratna Mini Ratna status is under the Ministry of Finance. No, it is not under the Ministry of Finance. How Defense Minister announced 3 Mini Ratna company? Please confirm it. Yes, Jai Shurya ji, all the 3 companies were under the Defense Ministry. So Defense Ministry approval was necessary to allow them to be there in the Mini Ratna category. So they come under the Mini Ratna category 1. They were not under the any Ratnas till now. अभी तक वो किसी Ratna category में थे ही नहीं. So Defense Ministry allowed them based on their transactions and all that these companies are now eligible to be there in the list of Mini Ratnas. So that is why Defense Ministry announced, because these company work under the Ministry of Defense. वो Defense PSUs हैं. They were the Defense PSUs. Is this point clear? So this Mini Ratna, Maharatna, Navratna, all these status will be under the Finance Ministry only. Clear? चलिए आगे मूव करें. नेक्स्ट न्यूज पर डाउट क्लियर हो गया आपका? चलिए. So next news is Reserve Bank of India imposed a penalty on 353 bank and other NBFCs in India. Bank, NBFCs, cooperative bank इन सबको मिलाकर total how many entities got fined from the Reserve Bank of India? Number is 353. याद रखना पड़ेगा. Total number of bank NBFCs got the fine from the Reserve Bank of India is 353. Reserve Bank of India took the enforcement against the regulated entities and imposed 353 penalties aggregating around 54.78 crore rupee, 54.78 crore rupee in the fiscal ending 31st of March 2025. Data is saying that in the last one financial year, पिछले एक साल में RBI ने 353 बैंक NBFCs को साथ में मिलाकर उनके ऊपर फाइन इंपोज किया है and collected around 54.78 crore, approximately 55 crore rupee collected by Reserve Bank of India. Major reasons were not following the KYC norms, fraud classification is not done properly, that is NPA, that is it is under SMA 0, 1 and 2. After that it is a substandard loan, doubtful loan, or it is a loss asset. That classification was not done properly. Credit information company's data not made available to the credit information company properly. So these were the major reason where RBI have imposed the fine. ये main कारण थे जहां पर RBI ने fine impose किया है. RBI shows the data. Out of 353, 264 penalties were imposed on directly cooperative bank. मतलब आप देखोगे around 70% or 75% fine were imposed only on the cooperative banks in India. बुरा दौर चल रहा है cooperative banks का, इतना फाइन लग रहा है अगर और लाइसेंस कैंसिल हो रहा है, ठीक नहीं है मतलब सिचुएशन. एक्चुअली सिचुएशन पहले भी खराब था. cooperative banks came into the full control of the Reserve Bank of India in 2020, and after that all these things started. RBI is observing cooperative bank is not working fine. One time fine imposed over it, second time cancel the license. So RBI is not tolerating at all actually to the cooperative bank mismanagement. So out of 353, 264 penalties on the cooperative bank. It is around 15.63 crore rupee imposed on the cooperative bank. 37 NBFCs, 13 housing finance companies, around 8 public sector bank on that fine were imposed. तो ये फुल आपके पास डेटा है, ठीक है. फॉरेन बैंक वर ऑल्सो पेनलाइज्ड, कोऑपरेटिव बैंक्स का डेटा सबसे ज्यादा है. सो टोटल फी 353 एंड पेनल्टी वाज अराउंड 55 करोड़ रुपए. तो ये डेटा हो गया. ठीक, आगे मूव करें. रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया गेन फॉरेन एक्सचेंज ट्रांजिशन जंप 33% to 1.11 lakh crore rupee. Sir, why they allow so many cooperative bank to work? See, it is a right. Urban cooperative bank means a cooperative society get the license to provide the banking facility to their own members. So that is a right. That is a fundamental right. No, you cannot allow. You cannot say that no, will not provide the license of urban cooperative bank. So urban cooperative society means cooperative societies have license, have this right to serve the banking services to their own members. So that is why issuing the license RBI can make a little difficult, but RBI cannot completely ban it. उसको बंद नहीं किया जा सकता. And already India had the cooperative banking history. There was a long history of the cooperative bank in India. So it will take time to get controlled it. And RBI is working on it from the year 2020 onwards. So just 3 to 4, 5 years you can say that now. It will take a little bit more time. In 1 or 2 years, cooperative bank will be fixed properly. Reserve Bank of India gain from the foreign exchange transaction jump of 33%. Income of Reserve Bank of India from the foreign exchange is 1.11 lakh crore rupees. तो ये RBI का income रहा है from the foreign exchanges, foreign exchange transactions. So 1.11 lakh crore rupee earned by the Reserve Bank of India in the last financial year. Income was increased by 33%. 33% से RBI का जो income है वो increase हुआ है. Reserve Bank of India का income. Reserve Bank of India transferred 2.7 lakh crore rupee. Maybe you guys remember this data, but you have to learn it properly. That if you still have confusion, 2.7 lakh crore rupee transferred by the Reserve Bank of India as a dividend to the government of India in this year based on the income generated by the Reserve Bank of India last year. Income growth was 22.77%, expenditure growth 7.7%. Overall surplus transfer is 2.68 lakh crore rupee, approximately 2.7 lakh crore or 2.68 lakh crore rupee was the dividend that is shared by the government of shared by the Reserve Bank of India to the government of India. इनका ब्रेकडाउन की बात करें, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज ट्रांजैक्शन कंट्रीब्यूटेड 41% of the total income, interest income 27%, domestic investment 17%. So maximum income Reserve Bank of India generated from the foreign exchange transactions. तो foreign exchange transactions से सबसे ज्यादा RBI का income हुआ है around 1.11 lakh crore rupees. ठीक है, while RBI expenditures also got increased. So what are the major expenditures or what are the major liabilities of Reserve Bank of India? ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन कई बार इंटरव्यू में हो सकता है that what are the major liabilities of Reserve Bank of India. So major liability, printing notes. Currency printing in India is the liability for Reserve Bank of India. Maybe you guys are aware about it. Currency notes in India are called the liability for RBI. जो भारत के नोट हैं वो RBI के लिए liability कहलाते हैं. ठीक है, agency charges हैं. So the services taken by the Reserve Bank of India from the agencies, subsidiaries, उनको भी payment करना होता है. Payment that is made to the primary dealers means bank for purchasing and making investment in the government securities, interest payment है, managing public debt है. So all these things are the liabilities of the Reserve Bank of India. So RBI when take the loan from the market by issuing treasury bill and also on that RBI need to pay the interest. That is also the liability of the Reserve Bank of India. RBI balance sheet growth 8.2% to 7.25 lakh crore rupee. एक बार PDF रिवाइज कर लेना. There are lots of very similar type of news, otherwise confused हो जाओगे. So total balance sheet means which hold the total assets and total liabilities of bank. अगर मैं short में बात करूं, what are the assets of bank? So assets of bank means where RBI made investment in the foreign currency, RBI made investment in the government securities of any other country, RBI provided loans in the market. So all these are the assets of RBI, right? RBI is holding their properties. That is what the assets of RBI. Liability side, currency notes in India, liability of Reserve Bank of India. RBI taken loan from the market by issuing treasury bill, cash management bill, government securities. So all that are the liabilities. salaries paid by the Reserve Bank of India, the fee subscription charges which are paid by the Reserve Bank of India, agency charges paid by the Reserve Bank of India. So these are the liabilities of RBI. So assets and liabilities, the combination is called balance sheet. तो balance sheet का growth हुआ है 8.2% से, balance sheet is around 76.25 lakh crore rupee by the Reserve Bank of India. So there is a good growth in the foreign exchange. After that gold reserve, तो फॉरेन एक्सचेंज और गोल्ड रिजर्व में रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया जो है इनका बहुत बढ़िया इंक्रीज देखा गया है. 2.7 लाख करोड़ रुपए ट्रांसफर्ड बाय द रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया टू गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डिविडेंड. तो इनकम ग्रोथ आपका 22% से, एक्सपेंडिचर 7% से इंक्रीज हुआ है. ठीक है. गोल्ड रिजर्व इंक्रीज बाय 52%, डोमेस्टिक इन्वेस्टमेंट 14%, फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट 1.7%, नोट इश्यू 6.3%. तो ये आपके मेन एरियाज हैं, दिस वन एंड मेनली दिस वन. ये दो आपके बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट है, गोल्ड रिजर्व एंड द नोट इश्यूज. तो ये पॉइंट हो गए. क्लियर है यहां तक? जाग रहे हैं सारे लोग? ओवरडोज तो नहीं हुआ आरबीआई का? ठीक है. You know the importance of the news related to Reserve Bank of India. Another one, RBI approved PayPal and Worldline as a cross-border payment aggregators in India. Cross-border payment aggregators in India will be the payment aggregator platform which will be offering the fund transfer facility from India to outside, remittance facility from outside India to India. They are called payment aggregators. So payment aggregator is basically the mediator between customer and merchant. So customer and merchant get connected with the support of the platform for transferring the fund, that is called payment aggregator. So we have payment aggregator into three categories in India: payment aggregator O, that is called online; payment aggregator P, proximity, that is offline; and payment aggregator CB, that is cross border. तो तीन कैटेगरी के पेमेंट एग्रीगेटर्स हमारे पास इंडिया में है. प्रीवियसली वी हैड ओनली पेमेंट एग्रीगेटर. Last year RBI categorized them, that payment aggregator O, P and CB. So this is the payment aggregator CB license that is recently given by the Reserve Bank of India to PayPal and Worldline. तो Worldline और PayPal ये दो कंपनीज को भी रिसेंटली आरबीआई ने क्या दे दिया है? लाइसेंस दे दिया पेमेंट एग्रीगेटर CB का. ठीक है, यहां तक के न्यूज. आगे मूव करें. नेक्स्ट न्यूज है रिलेटेड टू द जीएसटी कलेक्शन. डू यू गाइस पे टैक्स? कई बार इंटरव्यू में ऐसा डायरेक्टली पूछ लेते हैं, डू यू पे टैक्स? और हम तुरंत बोल, नो 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 सर, नो सर, नो सर, आई विल पे सर वंस आई विल गेट दिस जॉब सर, आई विल पे. करेंटली आई डोंट पे टैक्स. So think around it for a second. When you fill the form of IBPS, that time also you pay tax. When you fill the form of application form of SBI, at that time also you pay taxes. Right? When you buy a pen from the market, at that time also you pay tax. When you buy a bus ticket, that time also you pay ticket. If you buy a water bottle from the market, that time also you pay taxes. So you pay taxes all the time, morning to evening, whenever you go, step out of your home or you are there in your home. Using electricity, pay taxes. Using mobile data, pay taxes. Taxes are everywhere, right? So taxes सब जगह है. So gross GST collection increases by 16.4% to 2.01 lakh crore rupee. That is what the GST, inclusive all taxes, लिखा होता है ना. आप जो कोई भी गुड्स एंड सर्विस परचेस करते हो तो उसमें लिखा होता है इंक्लूसिव ऑल टैक्सेस. तो वो जीएसटी है भाई. 18% लगता है एजुकेशन सर्विसेज पर. तो कई बार मुझसे बच्चे पूछते हैं, सर 800 रुपी 900 rupees the fees for the batch. अरे 200 रुपी will be taken by government directly in that case. If I am taking 800, 200, government will take 600. Then into that you need to manage the technology also, content team also. कितने खर्चे होते हैं भाई, सोचो तो. गवर्नमेंट ने तो 200 ले ली उसमें से. So GST collection increases by 16.4% to 2.01 lakh crore rupee. This is the GST collection by the government of India in the month of May. तो आप सिंपली ऐसे याद रखो, 2.01 lakh crore. मैक्सिमम जीएसटी ऑलवेज कलेक्टेड फ्रॉम द आईजीएसटी पार्ट. आईजीएसटी सबसे ज्यादा जीएसटी देता है. आईजीएसटी इज कॉल्ड इंटीग्रेटेड जीएसटी. इंटीग्रेटेड जीएसटी इम्पोज्ड ऑन द गुड्स और सर्विसेज व्हिच आर मेड इन वन स्टेट, सोल्ड इन अनदर स्टेट. जो भी चीजें एक स्टेट में बन के दूसरे स्टेट में बेची जाए उन पर लगता है आपका आईजीएसटी. ठीक है, ये पॉइंट है. मैक्सिमम टैक्सेस कलेक्टेड फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र, वेस्ट बंगाल, कर्नाटका, तमिलनाडु. यहां से टैक्सेस सबसे ज्यादा आपके चार्ज हो रहे हैं या कलेक्ट किए जा रहे हैं. ठीक है. GST collection data from January 2024 onwards. Now it is not even required actually. So if you will be covering the data from the month of December, January, February, March, April, May, this is enough. Last year April data is important. That was 2.10 lakh crore. तो ये last year का April important है, अभी भी important है. 2.10 lakh crore है. So that is why it is important. Apart from that 2.37 lakh crore GST collection, it is the highest ever GST collected by the government of India. तो सबसे ज्यादा आपका GST collection रहा है अप्रैल 25 का. पॉइंट क्लियर है. May month GST collection is 2.01 lakh crore rupees, 16% का GST collection है. UPI transaction in the month of May 2025 was also the highest ever fund transferred with the support of UPI. 25 lakh crore rupee got transferred by the Indians with the support of UPI. UPI अकेले के सपोर्ट से 25 लाख करोड़ रुपए ट्रांसफर हुआ है. कब? लास्ट मंथ, इन द मंथ ऑफ मे मंथ में. तो ये आपका शो कर रहा है यूपीआई ट्रांजेक्शन्स का टोटल ओवरऑल डेटा इन द मंथ ऑफ मे. ठीक है. एंड before that in the month of March 2025 it was very near to 25 but it was 24.77 lakh crore. So 25 के close आया था मार्च मंथ का, but this month it crossed 25 lakh crore. तो 25 lakh crore रुपये आपका क्रॉस कर गया है यूपीआई ट्रांजेक्शन इन द मंथ ऑफ मे. Aditya Birla Capital strengthened the Aditya Birla Housing Finance Limited with the investment of 249 crore rupees. So Aditya Birla Group invested 249 crore rupee more in the Aditya Birla Housing Finance Limited. Aditya Birla Housing Finance Limited 100% owned by Aditya Birla Group. This housing finance company will be able to provide more lending facility in the housing loan category. ठीक है, more lending facility in the housing. Reason can be anything, but UPI transaction was more. Reason can be anything. ठीक है. So Aditya Birla Capital Limited ownership 100% है आपका, and 249 crore rupee was invested. 249 crore rupee आपका invest किया आदित्य बिरला ने. Now Aditya Birla Housing Finance Company will be able to provide more lending facility in the market. Next one, Government of India hit financial year 25 fiscal deficit target of 4.8%. So fiscal deficit target 4.8%. 4.8% fiscal deficit. Is it a good news or a bad news? First of all, let's understand what is fiscal deficit, then you decide it is a good or bad news. So fiscal deficit is actually your actual income is less and your actual expenditure goes up. आपका जो इनकम है वो कम हुआ, एक्सपेंडिचर ज्यादा हुआ. आई विल गिव यू अ सिंपल एग्जांपल. फॉर एग्जांपल, you started working as a IBPS PO or as a SBI PO. Just imagine, close your eyes and just imagine. It will help you to get the job soon. हाँ, ऐसा नहीं है कि बस आज आईज क्लोज करने से जॉब मिल जाएगी. You need to put efforts also, but it helps. Positivity it creates. So just imagine, and you are earning around 75,000 rupee per month. This is your salary. So your this month, May month salary got credited. Your May month salary got credited 75,000 rupee. Now in the month of June, you are planning that I want to visit somewhere. For example, you are planning that I want to visit Goa. मैं गोवा घूमने जाना है, and you are planning that for the Goa visit there will be the expenditure around 40,000 rupee additional. I want to visit properly. After getting job, this is the first trip I am going to make, and this time I want to go like a rich. Not every time like a student. This time banker के form में जाना है भाई. 40,000 around expenditure will be there. So this month you plan, for this particular month you are planning is 75,000 is the input. Okay, and your expenditure because of the Goa trip and all will be around 1 lakh rupee. अब आपको समझ में आ गया, इस मंथ के एक्सपेंडिचर हो जाएंगे अराउंड 1 लाख रुपए. 75,000 credited. You are using the credit card by 25,000. So you said okay, no problem, this month I can use my credit card, next month I'll return. कि अगले महीने में वापस कर दूंगा, क्रेडिट कार्ड यूज करूंगा मैं, and next month I'll return, not a problem. So you decided that I'll use the credit card of 25,000. Total 1 lakh rupee done, no problem. अच्छा, you plan that I'll make the expenditure of 1 lakh rupee, but actually when you visited Goa, your expenditure was around 1.1 lakh. आपका expenditure हो गया 1.1 lakh का. ठीक है. So you have expected, your expected budget was 1 lakh rupee. Your budget was 1 lakh rupee. Now how you made the budget you have made with the support of your own income along with the savings, not savings, along with the borrowings. So income plus borrowing, with that you made your budget was 1 lakh, expenditure was 1.1 lakh. So this 10,000 rupees budgetary deficit, 10,000 रुपी का आपको हो गया budgetary deficit. समझ में आ रहा है? बजट वॉज लेस, एक्सपेंडिचर वॉज मोर, बजटरी डेफिसिट कितने थाउजेंड का हुआ? 10,000 का बजटरी डेफिसिट है. बट फिस्कल डेफिसिट अमाउंट कितना रहा आपका? फिस्कल डेफिसिट. सो फिस्कल डेफिसिट विल बी व्हाट वाज योर actual income. Actual income was 75,000 rupee. What was your actual expenditure? Actual expenditure was 1.1 lakh rupee. So fiscal deficit will be 35,000 rupee. Fiscal deficit बताएगा आपको कि actual में burden कितना है. Budgetary deficit is okay, 10,000 है because you made your mind I am going to use 1 lakh rupee up to 1 lakh. So budgetary deficit cannot give you actual data. Actual data will be given by the fiscal deficit. So 35,000 rupees is the fiscal deficit on you. It means you are in a burden loss or borrowing of 35,000 rupees. Got my point? Got the difference between budgetary deficit and fiscal deficit? Easily समझ आया कि नहीं आया? सही सही बताओ. So government fiscal deficit was 4.8%. That was the target and government have achieved it. Total receipt by the tax, non-tax and capital 30.78 lakh crore. तो गवर्नमेंट का एक्चुअल जो इनकम था विदाउट बोरोइंग, actual income of government of India was around 30.78 lakh crore, but the government expenditure was 46.5 lakh crore. समझ में आ रहा है डिफरेंस? समझ रहे हो? 30.78 lakh crore rupee was the government actual income. Expenditure was 46.55 lakh crore. So you can understand around 16 lakh crore rupee was the borrowing by the government. So government का जो borrowing था that was around, this is written here, right, 15.77 lakh crore. This was the fiscal deficit. So 15.77 lakh crore, this was the fiscal deficit. This was the amount which government have collected from the market to manage their expenditure. It is a loan which government need to return in future. सरकार को future में वापस करना पड़ेगा ये पैसा, ये उनका नहीं है. They borrowed it from the market. So this is the fiscal deficit. This is the loss in our fiscal. So deficit means loss. Data clear हो गया? बोलो yes or no. समझ में आ गया with the example? चलो आगे move करूं मैं. So Razorpay company have announced that they will be shifting their parent company from US to India ahead of the IPO. IPO के पहले अपना जो headquarter है, they want to shift it from US to India. India shift कर रहे हैं Razorpay. So 150 for the developing nations, like fiscal deficit may also shows the government expenditure increase, which is good for the growth and development. Yes, Shashwat, I'm not saying that fiscal deficit is completely wrong. For the nation like India, we need fiscal deficit, but under control. It should be controlled. Fiscal deficit means it is an indication that we are investing currently for the development of future. But more expenditure, every year government should increase the capital expenditure part. If you will read the budget properly, in the budget we have two expenditure, revenue and capital. So revenue expenditure has to come down slowly and capital expenditure need to increase in the total expenditure part. Then only we will become a developed nation in the future. तो slowly capital expenditure increase तो हो रहा है. ठीक है, चलो आगे मूव करें. So unicorn company Razorpay announced that they will be moving back their headquarters from USA to India ahead of IPO. This year by December 2026, Razorpay made announcement they will be coming up with the IPO. Initial public offering लेकर आ रहा है कौन? Razorpay. So before the IPO in India, they want to shift their headquarters from US to India. India shift कर रहे हैं. So there are lots of compare reverse flip fintech ecosystem. PhonePe shifted domicile from Singapore to India in 2022. PhonePe ने shift किया था. Grow application moved their headquarters from Delaware to Bangalore in the year 2024. Zapto completed the रिवर्स मर्जर फ्रॉम द सिंगापुर टू इंडिया अर्लियर दिस ईयर, तो उन्होंने भी जो है शिफ्ट कर दिया था अपना हेडक्वार्टर सिंगापुर से इंडिया. सो नाउ लॉट्स ऑफ कंपनीज आर शिफ्टिंग देयर हेडक्वार्टर फ्रॉम फॉरेन कंट्रीज टू इंडिया. Canara Bank remove all the charges on the minimum balance rule, that every monthly balance, average monthly balance, ये वाला एक रूल होता है average monthly balance. So average monthly balance on this now, Canara Bank is not going to put any charges. SBI was not putting previously also. SBI नहीं लेता था पहले भी, कैनरा बैंक ने भी बंद कर दिया. इट इज नेसेसरी एक्चुअली, पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक शुड थिंक अराउंड इट, बट previously public sector banks were in loss, so they were charging it, but now they all converted into profitable, so slowly they are moving away from this. So Canara Bank joined the league of State Bank of India, not going to charge any penalty on the non maintenance of any monthly balance. तो नहीं होगा, आपका zero balance है for 3 months, no charges, कोई problem नहीं. SBI projected that the net household savings of Indians increases or reaches to 22 lakh crore rupee in the financial year 2025. SBI का डेटा आया है that net savings of Indian increases by 6.5%. Last month savings अच्छी करी Indians ने, savings. So net gross disposable income increases in the financial year 24-25, and net financial saving reaches around 22 lakh crore रुपए. तो 22 लाख करोड़ रुपए के अराउंड जो है इंडिया का सेविंग रहा है लास्ट ईयर का. अपॉइंटमेंट्स पर आते हैं. सो फॉर्मर जर्मन फॉरेन मिनिस्टर एनालीना बेयरबैक recently elected as the 80th or recently elected as the president of 80th United Nation General Assembly. So 80th United Nation General Assembly इसकी president elect हुई. She is the 5th woman till date to elected as the president of United Nation General Assembly. तो 5th नंबर की लेडी हैं जिनको as a United Nation General Assembly select किया गया है. Meeting is currently going on and major discussion is around the Russia-Ukraine war. India-Pakistan war उतना बड़ा मैटर नहीं है because it's settled down slowly, but Russia-Ukraine is still going on, तो वो बड़ा मैटर है. Shailendra Nath Gupta assumed charge as the director of defense state. So in India, आपने डिफेंस कैंपस देखे हैं? आर्मी कैंट भी बोल देते हो आप लोग. आर्मी कैंट इज लोकेटेड इन दैट एरिया. अरे वो आर्मी कैंटीन है और आर्मी एरिया है, आर्मी कैंप है. So all these army cant, army camps, wherever Indian Army have their own land, that is managed by one of the department of government of India, that is called General of the Defense States. So Defense States. So Director General of the Defense State who has been appointed, correct answer is Mr. Shailendra Nath Gupta. Mr. Shailendra Nath Gupta appointed as the chief of the department which manages the defense allocations in India. जो भारत में, जो इंडिया में हमारे पास डिफेंस कैंपस हैं, उनको मैनेज करने का, उनको ओन करने का, मैनेज करने का जो काम करता है, फंड रिलीज करना, एवरीथिंग दैट इज डन बाय द सेम डिपार्टमेंट. शैलेंद्र नाथ सर अपॉइंटेड एज द डायरेक्टर जनरल ऑफ द सेम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. राजीव मेमानी recently appointed as the president of Confederation of Indian Industry for the year 2025-26. रिप्लेस किया है संजीव पुरी को. संजीव पुरी सर हु इज द चेयरपर्सन मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ऑफ आईटीसी, इनको रिप्लेस किया है. राजीव मेमानी, he is EY India chief. So EY India के chief हैं, one of the big consultancy firm. So Mr. Rajiv Memani will be taking charge as the president of Confederation of Indian Industry for the year 2025-26 के लिए चार्ज ले रहे हैं. While president designate, ये second position होती है. So R Mukundanan will be taking the charge as the president designate. Suchitra K Ella, co-founder and MD of the Bharat Biotech, she is taking charge as the vice president of CCI, Confederation of Indian Industry. तो 3 अपॉइंटमेंट हुए हैं. राजीव मेमानी प्रेसिडेंट हैं, आर मुकुंदरन है आपके प्रेसिडेंट डेजिग्नेट, एंड सुचित्रा के एला मैम अपॉइंटेड एज द VP, Vice President of the Confederation of Indian Industry. So Confederation of Indian Industry founded in the year 1895, New Delhi headquarter है. Director General Charanjit Banerjee. Remaining 3 names I have already told you. After that Ashish Pandey appointed as the managing director and CEO of Union Bank of India. Imagine the importance of the news. So Financial Service Institutional Bureau recommended the name of Mr. Ashish Pandey as the new managing director and CEO of Union Bank of India. Union Bank of India के नया managing director and CEO होने वाले हैं. A. Many Meklai ma'am is getting retired. After that, Kalyan Kumar will be the managing director and CEO of Central Bank of India. So Central Bank of India के होंगे आपके कल्याण कुमार सर, नाम याद करते हुए चलना है. So UBI chief A. Many Meklai ma'am is getting retired next month, while M.V. Rao sir, managing director and CEO of Central Bank of India, getting retired in the month of July. तो वो जुलाई में रिटायर हो रहे हैं. A. Many Meklai ma'am जो है आपकी वो जून में रिटायर, मतलब अभी रिटायर हुई नहीं, जून में. So in the end of the June. So she is getting retired on end of the June. So in place of them, Ashish Pandey sir and Kalyan Kumar sir is going to take charge. Kotak Bank Deputy Managing Director Shanti Ekabram ma'am got retired. Ashok Kashyap appointed as the Executive Director of the organization recently. PayU recently appointed Mr. S. Mundra, the former Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, as one of the बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर ऑफ पेयू. पेयू के बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स में एक बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर अपॉइंट हुए मिस्टर एस मुंद्रा. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट अदर पीपल आल्सो अपॉइंटेड, बट दिस नेम इज इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज डिप्यूटी गवर्नर ऑफ रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. मनोज कुमार अग्रवाल, co-founder president of Devre, he is also appointed as one of the director. Mr. Ashutosh Sharma, head investment of M&A, he is also appointed as one of the director. But I have already told you most important name will be S. Mundra ji. Lieutenant General Dinesh Singh Rana taken charge as the Commander in Chief of the Andaman Nicobar Command. So Andaman Nicobar Command के Commander in Chief के फॉर्म में चार्ज लिया है मिस्टर दिनेश सिंह राणा जी ने. Guys, I know that national international news में आज डिस्कस नहीं कर पाया because of the more number of news. You can understand RBI की न्यूज ज्यादा थी, but I'll cover them in the upcoming 2-3 days. मैं अगले 1-2 दिन में करवा दूंगा. I have my mock from the 9 o'clock. In the next 2 minutes, I need to start my mock interview for SBI. So for that, I need to shut down the session right now. अभी बंद करना पड़ेगा. तो आज के लिए sorry from my side कि पूरे न्यूज कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाया. Although we have done the session for 50 minutes continuously, स्पीड में की हमने, फिर भी न्यूज ज्यादा है. So we'll cover them in the upcoming 1 or 2 days. Don't worry about that. जो भी difficult न्यूज होंगे ना वो मैं कवर कर लूंगा. Easy news you guys can cover from the PDF also. I know that. ठीक है. एंड बस आज और कल में मेरे मॉक्स कंप्लीट हो रहे हैं एसबीआई के. देन आई विल बी बैक टू दैट एंड हमको वापस से रिज्यूम करना है हमारे एमसीक्यू सेशन. आई नो दैट 11 to 20th of May, then 21st to 31st of May MCQ session on YT are still pending. I'll do that. I'll complete that. तो इस वीकेंड और नेक्स्ट वीकेंड में मैं कंप्लीट करवा दूंगा. थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग द सेशन गाइस. टेक केयर. जय हिंद. ऑल द बेस्ट.